time. And look at that. Just as I start this live, the cat wants to come in. The cat wants to come in straight off the bat, straight in with the energy. Well, there you go. Cats are sensitive to energy. It just goes to show you. So the cat has joined us for this one, my friends. So during these new moons, these full moons, it's time to really amplify your energy. This is a time to keep yourself accountable to a higher vibe, higher vibration, my friends. So we talk about vibration, we talk about high vibe, and that is easier said than done most of the time. And our vibe goes up and down. It's okay. We get challenges, it goes down. We have energy techniques, it goes up. Good things happen, it goes up. And that's just the way that we roll with the energy when we work with energy. So this is really the live stream that I'm doing now is because during these times of full moons, it's a really good thing because the full moon is very sensitive. Lunar cycles very sensitive to energy. And whatever we put out, we amplify. So you can never get enough reminders from people just to keep your energy higher vibe. Now, that doesn't mean be all happy, clappy, and it's going to be high vibe all the time. I said higher vibe. So it's a reminder, really, that we can raise our vibration. Even if it's not in a great place, we can raise it. Whatever level it's at, it can go a little bit higher. And that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about making it a higher vibe, not necessarily completely out there. We're going to raise it incrementally, which is part of the game here. And that is what we're doing. I'm going to be raising it. We're going to be raising our vibe, and we're going to be putting it out there, a better energy, and raising it for you. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to do an energy exercise now, and we're going to raise our vibration. So straight off the bat, my Jedi friends, the first thing you do is ground yourself. So if you're new to grounding, then just imagine a ball of light at the center of the earth and a cord connecting to the base of your spine. And if you've got your own method of doing it, then you use that. Use your own method if that works for you. So I have got serial designation saying hi. Well, hi, serial designation. Welcome to this live stream. Thank you for joining me. So I shall repeat just for people that are just joined in. So I'm going to talk about energy, but I'm actually going to give you practical ways to raise your vibration as we go live here. I've got Nazza on saying hi. Well, hi to you, Nazza. Thank you for joining me, my Jedi friend. So we're going to take practical application. I'm going to show you practically how to raise your vibration, how to increase your energy. So yes, I'm going to be talking, but we can do this all together. So if you're here now, just get yourself comfortable. That's step one. Step two, you're going to ground yourself. And if you've got your own grounding method, do that. But if you don't, just imagine a ball of light at the center of the earth and a cord of light connecting to the base of your spine. Now, you don't have to visualize it. You just have to think it and follow the instructions. So NASA says, okay, we'll just follow this, my Jedi friend. Just by following the instructions, you'll follow the energy. So it's not important that you need to visualize it. Just follow the instructions because energy follows thought. And that is the central concept to all energy work. Energy follows thought. What we choose to think about, we amplify. And so for this live stream, we're going to amplify a better energy. That is what we're going to do, my Jedi friends. So this is your opportunity to amplify a better energy for yourself. So step one, you ground yourself. Step two, if you want to deepen the connection or feel better, then slow down your breathing. You can slow down your breathing because your breathing controls your mood. The slower you breathe, the better you feel. Certainly the calmer you feel. By slowing down your breathing, you regulate your mood. So there you go. So we're grounded, you're slowing down your breathing, you are energizing live. So regardless what I say now, we've got you in a state where you're actually energizing as you listen. And the more you slow down your breathing, the more that you focus on that, The more that you focus on your body and how you feel, it's going to be better. And you're going to think better things. You're going to start thinking, what do you want more of? That's what we're going to do for this one, my Jedi friends. What do you want more of in your world right now? Is it connection? Is it love? Is it more friends? Is it to find your vibe tribe? Is it happiness? Whatever it is, connect to it. Set your intention that you want more of that. You want more of that, my Jedi friends. That is the plan. So, as I talk away, that is putting you into a higher vibe frequency. And that's how energy works. That, my friends, is how energy works. So, rather than just listen to me, you're going to get energized as you go along. So NASA says it's good. Yes. Well, thank you, NASA. Just follow the instructions. I've got Gabrielis Roblox in saying hello. Well, hello, my Jedi friend. Thank you for joining me on this live. We are energizing live is what we're doing. So for those of you that are native to the world of energy, you'll know what I'm talking about. But to anyone that's new, it can probably sound a little bit out there. So let me give you a bit of background. I've been doing this for over 23 years, working with energy. And I had a medical background. So I got 13 years of medical frontline experience. And then I went down the energy route. So I've been doing energy medicine for 23 years. And the hardest thing after 23 years to simplify what I've learned is understanding how simple this stuff is. I give you simple instructions. Kids follow it straight away. Kids completely get this stuff, but adults, they have to overthink it. No, it can't be that easy. No, it won't do. So yeah, that's what I'm here to remind you. It can be as easy as you like. So let's see. NASA says, wow, well, thank you, NASA. And I've got Catherine in the house. Catherine Harley says hi. Hi, Catherine. Welcome back. Let's see. Gabrielis is here. NASA, why is your profile picture Blyox fruits from Roblox? Well, who knows? Could be a Roblox fan, maybe. I shall leave our Robloxy friend to answer that question. You never know. We are here to energize, my friends. So there's a couple of things. Yeah, just to recap for people that have just, let's see, there's a few people just joined on. So let me simplify, let me summarize what this thread is. So firstly, it's a full moon tonight. Secondly, it's a very significant full moon energetically. Thirdly, the better you get your energy, the better it's going to be for you. So I'm here to facilitate you feeling better. There you go. That's it. That's the summary. There's not really much more to say on it than that. And I'm here to give you instructions and show you how to work with your own energy field. And if you've got any questions at all, you just fire them on and I shall answer them. Because I've been doing this for so long, I sort of sometimes make assumptions that you know maybe more than you actually do. So there you go. So Gabrielis, it's 2035 for me. So it is for me too. I'm here in the UK, so that's where I'm streaming from. I'm streaming from the UK. Whereabouts in the world is everyone else? Drop into the comments and let me know where you're from. Let's see how international our crowd is here today. So Gabrielis is from the UK. So someone else from the UK today. I've got Courage 69 in the house saying hi, mate. Well, hi, mate. Thank you for joining me, Courage 69. Good to have you here on this little thread, on my little live stream. That's what I'm here for. So we're here today because it is a blood moon. Now, what does that mean? What does it mean? It's a blood moon. Oh no, let there be blood. There'll be werewolves. Let's have a look. I need some bottle of water, mate. Well, Courage 69, go and get yourself some water. Fair play to you. That's what you need. You go and get it. And actually staying hydrated while you're using energy is a good thing. So you may look for water. Me, I've got herbal tea. This is what I do. This is the way I vibe. And that's green tea with jasmine. So that's what I'm using to hydrate myself at the moment. I'm a bit of a green tea fan. So in order to cut myself down to 1 cup of coffee a day, now you'll see it's quite a big cup, so it's sort of cheating. It's a herbal tea, Courage 69, that I've got there. It's a jasmine green tea. So I usually have one of those big cups of coffee first thing, and then I keep myself down to one big cup most days. Some days I have more, so I occasionally go out. You know how it is. But yes, herbal tea is my way to regulate myself. And jasmine green tea I really like. So another good tea is like peppermint with honey in it. That's a good intro to herbal tea. That's how I got into it, from drinking nothing but tea and coffee. I used to work night shifts back in the day, my Jedi friends. So I did 13 years as a nurse, and 10 of those were doing night shifts. So working night shifts and working through the night and noticing the significance of a full moon. So here's a little rabbit hole for you. So sometimes the hospital, when I was working in the hospital, it would go absolutely nuts. People would go mad. I mean, really, really mad. They'd do stuff that they'd forget in the morning. And we used to joke about it must be a full moon. And then I started checking. Every time it went mad, it was a full moon. The full moon cycle influences people's behavior, especially when they're sick, especially in hospitals. So that's something I observed from my time in hospitals. There you go. Got Lufa saying drugs. Well, Lufa, if that's your thing, then you go for it, my friend. Where are you from? Well, Courage 69. Guess where I'm from? I've got no idea, Courage 69. My psychic skills are not brilliant. You've got to love it. Lufa, high on good shit. Not my thing, no. Well, I thought maybe there was some mushroom intervention there, Lufa. You never know. You never know. The right mushroom omelette can be very influential in colorful environments, especially. So I have somebody, and that language looks Russian or Ukrainian that I can't understand. But welcome to the thread, my friend. Thank you for joining. I don't know what it is you're saying, but it's good to have you here. NASA's from the UK. So let's have a look. Courage 69. British people are so funny, man. We do our best, Courage 69. Because I'll say one thing, you need a sense of humor to be in the UK right now as a survival mechanism. Because we are experiencing escalating madness over in this neck of the woods. So yes, keeping one's sense of humor is a necessary skill in the bigger picture of things, especially dealing with energy. So the sense of humor is like, from a personal development point of view, I believe it's second to none. So show my age now. I grew up in the Monty Python era. So we were laughing at it, or anything that you weren't allowed to laugh at, we were laughing at it from a young age. That was the way that we roll, and that was the way I was brought up. So I'm a big Monty Python fan. There you go. There is something a little bit out there. So let's have a look. Courage 69. May peace be established in Europe. Well, I don't think that's the game at the moment, Courage 69. I think the powers that be are looking to ruffle things up and bring anything but peace. And what will happen at the end of this is we'll all have digital IDs, and they'll have a solution to keep us safe from the madness that they have inflicted on us. Centralized control and things like central bank digital currencies. Don't get me started, my Jedi friend, because this is about high vibe. We're here today to stay high vibe, and that is what I'm choosing to do. So actually, you've triggered me into something quite interesting here. What we focus on energetically expands. Now, just because I work with energy and I'm an energy master doesn't mean that I'm always high vibe. Absolutely not. When stuff happens that can take you down, you get pulled down into the rut. Now, certainly with mental health crises and people that end up with serious mental illness, when you get taken down, when you get drawn in, the thing with energy work, because we all get caught in it, is to identify what's happening and then have tools to reverse the symptoms. And that's what today's all about. Tools to reverse the symptoms. Doesn't mean that you're going to be happy clappy all day long because you learn energy work. Usually the complete opposite. The more you raise your vibration, the more challenges you'll get. So that is something that people have to navigate. So NASA said, I liked. Well, thank you, NASA. Well, the more people that like this, if you are watching and you're getting any sort of value, I would appreciate the like for the algorithm's sake. It helps me. It helps me out, my Jedi friends. So I can see that just under less than half of you have liked it who's actually on. So if you are getting anything out of this, it would be appreciated, my Jedi friends, for the algorithm when I'm doing this, because I am a little bit on the naughty step at the moment because my language had been a little bit too colorful for YouTube. So I'm having to rein myself back in at the moment. I'm having to be good and well behaved at the moment until the algorithms takes me off the naughty step. Let's have a look. Courage 69. That's scary. There's a lot scary happening at the moment, courage. But we're going to stay high vibe. We're going to build community. And that's what this is all about. Kiwi is in the house. Yo, say hi. Well, welcome back, Kiwi. Thank you for rejoining us, my Jedi friend. You've come back for more. I've got Anderson's family in saying hi, mate. Well, hi, mate, to you, Anderson's family. It's good to have you and the family in. You can't argue with that, can you? Courage 69, man, you are too good. You'll go places. Why, thank you, Courage 69. That's very kind of you to say so. And I've got Louis Edits saying hi. Well, welcome here, Louis Edits. Thank you, my Jedi friend, for joining the Vibe Tribe here. We are going to raise our vibe for this blood moon, for the blood moon as is. So we're going to raise our vibe. That is where we're rolling. That is how we rock, my Jedi friends. I've got Hassan Iqbal in. Okay, what's this about? All right, Hassan, well, allow me to summarize the last 17 minutes. So I work with energy. I teach people energy. And every time there's a full moon is a very significant energy time. You don't have to believe that or not. Usually the people that are drawn to this sort of already know that. But if you're new to the channel, then I will tell you that full moons and new moons are a great time to amplify your energy and put stuff out to get good stuff back. So this is a reminder to anyone, or an awareness, a beacon, that this is a good time to learn to raise your vibration. And that is what this call is all about. That's what this live is all about. And since you missed the beginning, what I've talked about in order to get you set up right, the first thing you need to do is ground yourself. And if you don't know grounding or what it is, just imagine a ball of light at the center of the earth and a light cord coming to the base of your spine, and slow down your breathing. And now what you're going to do, my Jedi friends, is connect directly to a source of light above you. So you're connected above and below. So Hassan says, so spirituality and astronomy. Well, not really that much astronomy, Hassan. I guess more astrology, possibly. I'm not an astrologist. I don't really follow that very intently. But one thing I do know, because I've worked in medical settings and seen the influence of a full moon on medical patients. So through my own direct experience, I know that the full moon for certain has a very big influence on human mood and behavior. And because I've worked with energy for 23 years, I have got an awareness that this is where it's at. So yes, it might sound a little bit out there, a bit woo-woo, might do to a few people, but this is where we're at. So, oh, I'm missing some of the comments now. Let's have a look. Courage says, is this from Hinduism? Not really. It's not. This is not a religious thing. Courage is not. What I do is non-religious. It's about energy, which transcends all religion. Of course, transcends. It interconnects all religions. Let's call it that. It is not a religious thing. You don't have to have a certain religious faith to work with energy. Anyone can work with it. It welcomes everyone. It is all inclusive, my lunatic friends. So there you go. We have got Karen in the house. Well, welcome back, Karen. 2 nights ago, the nearly full moon came to my window and woke me up. I think its light turns something on in me. My vibe has been higher and voltage since then. Well, it doesn't surprise me at all, Karen, because people are waking up and getting more sensitive to energy, especially the people that need to be. So the people that are generally drawn to my work or my channel are people that are waking up on the awakening path. They're my target audience. What is awakening? What does that all mean? So awakening or waking up is when you suddenly wake up one day and realize that your reality is not what you thought it was. And what does that mean? What does that mean, Adam? That's a bit out there, isn't it? So your relationships might break down, your world might collapse around you, stuff might happen to you which you can't explain. And it's all done to effectively traumatize you into awakening, which is to get you on your soul path. And my soul path is to get out on this channel and to get this message out to people that are going through similar stuff. So hopefully that explains something. So let's have a look. Let me go back down now. Hassan says, so it's like chakra. Chakra's part of it, Hassan. Yeah, we all have chakras. And energy work can unblock chakras and awaken chakras. So yes, it sort of interconnects into that world. Absolutely. Let's have a look. And Courage says, because today's a Hindu festival for full moon. Full moon. He's got FOOL moon. So full is corrected him. Fair play, Courage. I'm high AF. Well, Courage, I am not going to say anything bad about that. Whatever floats your boat, my friend. And there was a time in my life where that was a regular feature. So I'm not here to judge anyone on this live stream. That's for certain. Whatever floats your boat, my Jedi friends. The point being here is that this is a place for you to raise your energy and your vibration. Let's de-woo-woo it completely. It's a place to feel better. The techniques I teach help people to feel better. And not only that, they help you to, if you're not feeling good, if you're in a really dark and depressed place, these are tools to get you out of there if you choose to get out there. So some people, when they get caught in negative vibes, it can be very seductive to stay there. So the tools I teach, they will show you how to get out. But not everyone wants to get out, and not everybody is right for this message. Not everyone is here to wake up. So I understand that as well, my Jedi friends. It is there to use should you wish. And Kiwi says, what's this live talking about? What's this live talking about? Well, hopefully exactly what I've been talking about, Kiwi. I'm not quite sure what that question is. What am I talking about? I'm talking about energy. Hassan says, Kiwi, something about energy. Absolutely. This is all about energy. So let's talk about what is energy. Let's talk about it. And let's take away all of the woo-woo stuff. And there's a hell of a lot of it if you go down the rabbit hole of dealing with energy, of Reiki and all of this kind of thing. Let's de-woo-woo it. Let me do my best to make this as absolutely simple for anyone to understand. Okay, you know, without any training, how people make you feel. And some people are really low vibe and they talk like this and they'll steal your energy and they'll tell you all their problems. Tell you their problems for as long as you'll listen to it. And what you'll do at the end of that interaction, you'll feel absolutely drained. You will. Some people will extract your energy and make you feel like you need to curl up in a ball and go to sleep and recharge. Some people will do that to you. That can happen to you, my Jedi friends. And there's other people that are generally upbeat, that like to uplift you, that are generally good with you. They'll ask you questions, so it's interactive. They're not just talking about themselves all the time, and they will genuinely care about your well-being. And you'll finish that interaction where both of your energies will do this. They're high vibe people. They're good people. They're the people you want to be spending more time with from an energy perspective. And there's other people, the first one that I pointed out, you'll go in with energy like this, and as their energy goes up, as they drain from you, your energy just gets lower and lower and lower and lower. So that's energy. That's energy. And that's take away all of the other stuff. That is exactly what energy is. So let's have a look. Kiwi. Okay, I'm interested, but all I can see. Yeah, so there you go. So you're interested. Well, that's good. That is a good thing, my Jedi friends. So this is all about raising your vibe. Raising your vibe. And I mean, if any of you have got any questions on this, then do just post them in the thread. This is a live interactive session just to demonstrate with you live how to raise your vibration, how to make your energy better. And we do that by showing you energy techniques, but also educating you as to what energy is and how it affects you, how it influences you. And you can either believe me or not when I tell you that the full moon tonight will amplify your energy. So if you're taking good energy into it, you'll get better energy back. If you're taking bad energy into it, then your life will blow up. It will blow up because what happens during a full moon, energy is amplified more so than normal. And again, you don't need to believe me on this because these principles are for life. They're not just for full moons. It's the same principle. It's just more amplified during a full moon cycle. So these little lives are just a reminder to keep your vibe higher. So there you go. And let's have a look. So NASA says, I come back. Well, welcome back, NASA. And Kiwi says, then see ya. I've got Harry Barnes in the house saying hello. Well, hello, Harry. Nice to have you on the thread, my Jedi friend. Welcome. Welcome to this live stream as we traverse the blood moon. The blood moon. And Karen says, I experience energy as if it is a current running through my being. Currents from outside can run over what's inside. Hard to explain in this little box. Well, Karen, energy is hard to explain, especially when you're right in the middle of it. And here's something really important. When you get into the world of energy, most people aren't going to have a clue what you're talking about. None of my family know anything about the stuff I do. None of them. I've given up even trying to explain it. I don't even do that anymore. So the stuff that we talk about on this live stream with energy is for a very small percentage of the population that understand that it's time to wake up. They understand the awakening process. They understand the brutality of having to wake up and to have things collapse around you in order to facilitate this process, which quite frequently is the case, my Jedi friends. Quite frequently, that's the case. When you awaken, because the vibration is shifting on the planet, and I realize we're right in woo-woo territory now. So again, I don't expect anyone to believe me on this. You either know it or you don't. This will either resonate with you without any explanation, or you'll think I'm completely off my rocker and probably sign off the live stream because it's too much. And just on cue, loads of people signed off the live stream there. So this is good because it helps me to actually target who needs this message and who it's right for. It's very specific and targeted. The people that will get the stuff that I talk about. Most people won't. Most people won't. And most people won't even test it to see whether it works or not. The only reason I'm here is because I'm doing this 23 years and actually testing. I know that it works, but I wouldn't expect anyone without that experience to just blind believe me unless they are already on that path. So let's have a look. So Courage says, what if a guy is stuck in negative energy people? How can they get away with it? Well, Courage, the first thing I would say, if you're stuck with negative energy people, strategy one is get out. If you're stuck there for work or there's no way somebody's come to your house or someone's invited them in or you can't get away, then there's ways to protect your energy. But If somebody is draining your energy and they are in your presence, you can just simply ignore them. Just don't even give them the time of day. Don't even talk to them. That's one way. But the number one strategy is get out. Just get out. Don't even waste your time with people that are low vibe. Because there's things like with people with narcissism and no empathy, there's psychopaths out there. An empath, someone with high empathy, is absolutely wasting their time spending any sort of time with a narcissist or a psychopath. Wasting your time, my Jedi friends. Wasting your time. Part of energy management is learning when to cut your losses and to value your own energy above anyone else's. Now, that might sound selfish to an empath, but the thing is, you can't help people from an empty vessel. You cannot help more people by draining yourself or allowing somebody to steal all your energy. It's counterintuitive. So let's have a look. I've got Walmart Luigi. You can't explain it because it's nonsense, lol. Well, if that's your vibe of Walmart Luigi, then kudos to you. I can't explain it because you, my friend, are not ready for the message. Let's have a look. Oh, Walmart Luigi is back. I take it back. This is actually quite interesting. Well, thank you, Walmart Luigi. I'm glad that you've allowed your mind to open enough to get this message, because I mean, I know I was exactly the same when I first got into it. I was working frontline medical when this all happened to me. When I first got into it over 23 years ago, I was working on the front line of the health service, and my granddad got cancer, and I knew what the health service would do to him. So I decided I'd explore something new, and I'd go into Reiki. And I went to a weekend Reiki workshop and had a blast of Reiki. And I left there thinking this is a load of nonsense. And then the day after I finished, I got this, I got a check came through from a company I'd had nothing to do with for a year to pay for the entire course to the, it was the exact amount of money that I paid for the course and for both days travel, the exact amount. And because of that coincidence, I started using it and I started getting results. So there you go. Even having trained, even had done a weekend workshop training in Reiki, I still thought it was a load of shite. I really did. I really did. I thought this guy is off his rocker. He's talking nonsense. He's talking nonsense. And then I got that money through and I thought, wow, I better test it. So I did. I was doing Reiki on myself every day for about 30 days. And I had a breakthrough. I had an undeniable experience that this stuff works. So there you go. That's the short version of why I do what I do now. I was sort of dragged in there rather than, well, I was following the light. No, I was cynical, very cynical when I first got involved in this stuff. True story. True story, my Jedi friends. So let's have a look. Courage says, thanks, bro. You gave me a whole new perspective on how to deal with things. Well, if it can help you, Courage 69, then fair play. This has come from a lifetime of making mistakes and being someone with high empathy and tolerating bad behavior and dealing with people that really weren't worth it. I have a very short fuse now for dealing with nonsense. I don't. Life's too short for me to deal with nonsense. And part of it is identifying people that are just there to drain your energy. Identify them early and deal with them accordingly. And 9 times out of 10, it's walk away. Sometimes you might not be able to walk away, then you might want to ignore them. And if they keep coming into your energy field, then you've got energy work that can do it. You can amplify your energy so you're not affected by their bad vibes. So, and this is the stuff that I teach. This is what I'm here for. This is what I do for a living. That is my life. I teach people how to deal with nonsense. I teach them how to use energy to not be affected by other people's bad vibes. It's not really true. You're going to get affected by bad vibes. I teach you how to identify them and lower the impact of bad vibes before they have a chance to escalate. That's energy. We're all going to get bad vibes. We're all going to attract bad people in our life. You're all going to have to deal with difficult situations and people. There's no way around that. That is life for you that will just come at you and give you these stuff. So having a set of techniques to reduce the impact is what this is all about. That's energy work. There you go. I've got Walmart Luigi back. Do you know a man called John Butler? He preaches this idea of silence and uses your energy to embrace the silence, power of thought. Well, I don't know this chap, Walmart Luigi, but I do know the power of silence. So, one of the things that I've done on this journey, I did a 10-day silent meditation retreat, and I've done 4 of those. I've done 4 10-day silent meditation retreats, no phones, no pens, no paper, no books, no nothing. And I was just silent with my thoughts for 10 days, actually nearer 11. And that is a very rude awakening, I can tell you. Sat down, cross-legged for 8 hours a day, meditating, and silent for the rest of it. Doing things like yoga once a day. We had walking meditations. That was what I was doing, but no stimulus, just me, myself, and I, and lots of silence. Lots of silence. So yes, I do know the benefit of silence. I know the pain that you have to go through when you enter that as well, because especially with the Western world, the news, the technology, the addictions to information that most people have, that is very challenging for a lot of people. Probably struggle with 10 minutes in silence, most people, let alone 10 days. That's the reality of it. So there you have it. Let's see. Kiwi says, I don't know that. Well, fair play. Courage 69 says, what if I mix this philosophy with stoicism? Well, it really is what works for you, Courage 69. The stuff that I bring is a mixture of all the things that I've trained in. It's not, strictly speaking, one system. There's good parts from all systems, and you take what works for you. But for me, I take what works practically. I use it, and if it works, great. If it doesn't work, not so great. And it might work for other people, but not for me. So again, there's no right or wrong here. We all find our own path. And this is just as important on this journey to understand. You have to find your path. Stop looking for gurus. Stop finding just one way because they say it's right. You have to find your own way, and you have to look within. That's the important part here. Look within, my Jedi friends. Look within. And if it resonates with you, use it. And if it doesn't, get out. Get out. Run away. I have Linzarella in the house. Well, welcome back, Linzarella, my Jedi friend. I'm curious, what's it like? Do you feel more peaceful, energized, enlightened? I'm assuming you're talking about the 10-day silent meditation retreat. Well, the reality there, Linzarella, and I will tell you transparently, and I did this about 20 years ago, and I was fit and quite supple back then. It was excruciatingly painful for 8 days, excruciatingly painful. I kept thinking of things. I was playing stuff in my head. The same stuff was going round and round. It made me realize how lunatic thoughts can manifest. And what they described it as is that the mind is like a hamster wheel. And because we're constantly being stimulated and having things coming into our awareness, things for us to focus on, we're caught in a hamster wheel. And going into a silent meditation retreat is like taking the hamster off the wheel, but the wheel still has momentum. So going in there, you've still got this active wheel bringing up all sorts of stuff. And it was a nightmare for me, first time, especially because the first time I went was on New Year's Eve. First time ever I did it was on New Year's Eve. It was on the New Year's Eve after the tsunami hits Thailand. I was in Thailand, staying in an island at the time. And it made me realize that if it hit our island, I'd have probably been dead without ever regaining consciousness. And that made me decide that I needed to do a silent meditation retreat. I needed to get my head together because I thought I could have died. And so when all my mates were out celebrating and partying on New Year's Eve, I was entering a silent meditation retreat. And having done 4 since, I can tell you that only the most hardcore meditators go to the one on New Year's Eve. Only the hardcore. And these guys were all like professionals. They hardly moved at all. I mean, I felt so out of my depth doing it for the first time with a bunch of people that were probably doing it for about their 50th time. That's how it felt to me, that I was a I was way out of my depth when I first went. I did my first silent meditation retreat. And obviously having the tsunami hit on Boxing Day, and I was checking in on the 5 days later in a Thai meditation retreat for the silence. Talking about this, look, the cat's trying to get out now. Look, the cat is trying to get out. Let the cat out. So there you go. The cat said enough of my meditation retreat. She's like, get out. I need to get out of here. I can't. I can only listen to so much of that meditation stuff. That's what the cat thinks. So there you go. Yeah, it's an interesting experience. That's what I put it down to. Linzarella says, what did you get out of it apart from resilience? Lol. Oh, hello, cat. Lovely eyes. It really is. That cat is has been sent to support me. Apparently my cat's from Andromeda. There you go. There's a little bit of info from people that know. But yes, the cat has sent me out. What did I get from it, Linzarella? Well, on day 9, I actually had a breakthrough. I finally met the peace. I finally met Zen. I finally connected with all I am. It was only a very brief connection, but it showed me what is possible with meditation. It was very Zen, very connected. Yes, and then I spent the rest of the time chasing it and not finding it. And yeah, I got it when I stopped looking. And when I restarted looking, I couldn't find it. So yes, it is paradoxical in many ways, but at least I got that experience. I knew what the end goal was meant to be, Zen. So there you go. Even very briefly, it took me 10 days to get there. Well, actually 9 to get there very briefly. Let's have a look. Karen says, I might take a weekend by myself in nature and unplug. Maybe a gentler form than a traditional silent treatment. Well, that would do it, Karen. Get in nature. Absolutely. I mean, I did it extreme because I thought I should have died when the tsunami hit. The reality is that on Christmas Day, I went out drinking with my Irish buddy, and we were drinking all through the night up until about 2 hours before the tsunami hit. The tsunami had hit, and I was staying on an island in Thailand. Luckily, the other side of the peninsula. But it made me, when I woke up and found out that a tsunami had hit, it made me question my entire life. And it was exactly the sort of motivating force that would get me to do something that extreme. If that hadn't happened, I probably would have never done it. That's the reality. Let's have a look. Planet C64 is here. It says, hi, came in just time for the glimpse the cat. Well, aren't you lucky, Planet C64? And welcome to the stream. Good to have you back here. And Kiwi says, yay. Courage69 says, what do you think? How much time a guy should spend on mindfulness? As often as you can, Courage69. Mindfulness is about being present in the here and now. It's the halfway house between meditation and living. It just means being present. And what that actually means is you're not thinking of the past. You're not thinking of the future. You're just being in the here and now. You're following your breath. You're being present. You're listening to people who are talking to you. You're not waiting to talk. You're just holding space. You're being present. You are being all things. And you're being present yourself. Mindfulness. Being aware of the feeling of your surroundings. You're being aware of the cool breeze if you're outside. You're being aware of nature. You're energizing. You're appreciating things. Entering a state of appreciation just for being is mindfulness. And that's a great way to amplify your energy. So there you go. Walmart Luigi, fascinated. I have to head off. Earned a new subscriber. Keep me posted when you go live again. I take on a lot, so definitely. This is a breath of fresh air. Thanks so much. Take care. Thank you, Walmart Luigi. That's very kind of you to say so. Especially you came in here a little bit cynical. You've opened your mind and you've got something positive out of it. Delighted. Thank you for sharing that as well. May you have an energizing evening, my Jedi friend. And I look forward to seeing you again on a future stream. And Courage69, I liked and subscribed. Thank you, Courage C69. Not C69, Courage69. Thank you. All right, good, mate. Good night, mate. Good night, Courage 69. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for contributing to the live stream, to getting involved in the messages. So thank you both, you and Walmart Luigi, who says you too. Take care. Well, thank you both. Thank you both for your positive contribution to this little live stream, and I'm glad that you've taken something positive out of it. That is always a win, my Jedi friends, and that's why we do it. We do it to amplify our energy so that we can stay higher vibe, especially when it's a full moon. It's a blood moon. Look at that. It is a blood moon that lets let the werewolves out and the vampires, all of those. Linzarella, it's a blood move. Planet C64 by Walmart Luigi. Take care. Well, thank you, my Jedi friends, for wishing them well. So it's always nice to see new people connect in when I do these lives, because I'm now fairly certain that the YouTube algorithm is giving me a wide berth just in case I might go rogue again. I'm on my best behavior, my Jedi friends. I think I've only sworn once on this live. So, I'm reining myself in. I'm getting good. I'm getting better for the YouTube algorithm. Should probably try Rumble because that's a little bit less regulated, and I can get away with more there. Except I need extra software to stream on Rumble apparently, and I just can't get my head around the tech of it all. So let's have a look. Planet C64 and a lunar eclipse, Linzarella. So there you go. It's a blood moon. It's a blood moon and a lunar eclipse. Yes, it is. It's a very powerful, energetic, vibrational point in time that is definitely better for all of us if we amplify our energy together, my Jedi friends. So Linzarella says you could do Patreon. I should look into Patreon. I see a few people do that. Patreon, maybe. I shall look into that, finding a halfway house, so that I don't get fully clipped at the wings by the YouTube algorithm, just in case I should go a little bit left field. I should go rogue with the algorithm. I have LZR Jammy. Oh, it's Jammy, my friend. Hello, buddy. Oh, Jammy. Are we going to get another stand-up set tonight, are we, my Jedi friend? I see you keep changing your name and what is that? I can't see the picture, whether you've changed that or not. But yep, I see it. Fair play. And Leather Jammy or Jamie. Yup. Well, welcome back, my Jedi friend. Your randomness always adds to the thread. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Linzarella says, if you can put up with the nonsense, you would do incredibly well on TikTok. I suppose I should look into that, Linzarella. I mean, I did. The reason I didn't do TikTok is because I know that that's. I mean, it's Alien versus Predator, TikTok or Instagram, because you've got the Americans surveilling you one side and the Chinese surveilling you the other. So, I guess I should just bite the bullet and expect I'm going to get surveilled from all angles anyway, and maybe bite the TikTok bullet and give it a go. I may well look into that. Thank you for the little reminder. And Linzarella says, I don't mean dancing, lol. Probably just as well. You haven't seen me dance. And I've got Jamie's back. I'm thinking of a Thanos edit profile pic. I think that look good on you, Jamie. A bit of Thanos. You could change worlds with that profile, couldn't you? I've got Indian Commando in the house. Well, welcome, Indian Commando. I'm going to shut the door because the cat's gone out now. Oh no, the cat's come back in. The cat went out, the cat's come back in. So the cat is back in the house, energizing as we go. So let's have a look. Linzarella says, you can monetize and go live. People gift, but lots of people steal identity. Well, do you know what? If they want to steal my identity, they can. Somebody's stolen my identity on Facebook, and Facebook, I can't even get it back. So my Facebook profile has been absolutely stolen. So they might be ripping people off. I could be I could be blacklisted on Facebook for all I know. Well, somebody's got control of my profile and they wouldn't even shut it down. Couldn't even get Facebook to shut my profile down. So there you go. I've had my identity stolen. It has happened, my Jedi friends. It's like a rite of passage having your identity stolen, because it makes you question who you are. And all those years of putting stuff into one platform, to have it all stolen in a second. 15 years of work putting into it, reconnecting with people from all over the world, and 1 second of some idiot hacking it and not being able to get my profile back. So there you go. Let's have a look. So Jamie's back. Thanos from Squid Game. I didn't realize, because I watched the first season of Squid Game, but apparently there's 2 more now, isn't there? So I need to up my game, catch up with the Squid Game vibe. That's what I need, Jamie. I need to get myself more up to date on Squid Game. It was very controversial. A lot of people were talking about it, so that's why I watched the first season. Interesting. It's probably something that's going to come. Probably going to happen. All of this stuff that it probably happen. We'll have like Hunger Games. That's probably going to become reality. The way that we're going down at the moment. All of these mad live games. Since they obviously are doing some really crazy stuff right now. So who knows? That could be the future that we find ourselves. And you could be Thanos, Jamie. Just make sure you look after me and my Jedi friends on this stream, as I have a bit of tea. Have a cup of tea. So there you go. There's where it's at, my Jedi friends. So just as a reminder for people that are late to the party here, that yes, we're just riffing, you know the score. So we're just riffing, we're having a bit of fun, but what we're doing is actually energizing live. So I've told everybody that I want you to feel your energy raise during this live stream. So just connect to ground yourself. I want you to ground yourself now. And you do that by imagining a ball of light at the center of the earth connecting to the base of your spine. And then you just slow down your breathing. And then you're going to connect to a ball of light above you. Now that can be the moon, the sun, spirit, God, whatever it is, highest source, power above you. Connect above and below and energize as you slow down your breathing. So there you go. I've got Jamie say, yeah, right now I'm 13. Well, fair play, Jamie. You're getting involved early. Planet C64 has given me a donation. Thank you so much, Planet C64. I believe that's the first live donation I've had. So it's good to know that I can get donations on these little live streams. So kudos to you, my Jedi friends. That is very kind and greatly appreciated as we go live. So yes, see, the energy is working. Abundance is flowing in as I speak. As I speak, my Jedi friends. There you go. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Cheers, Planet C64. And Kiwi said hi. Well, hi to you, Kiwi. Hopefully you're energizing as we go here. And Jamie says, I'll donate £1 million. Well, thank you. What a winner that would be. What a winner. Fair play. Kiwi, sorry, I take a nap. There's nothing wrong with that. Energy work can actually make you tired. So that is a byproduct that I should have warned people about. When you do energy work, it can be very tiring, and it can also be dehydrating. So it is very important to stay hydrated as you're doing this. Absolutely. So Hassan has jumped on. Jamie, you're 13, you have a mill, stop the cap. Well, Jamie's obviously minted from a young age. He's obviously got entrepreneurial skills. So kudos to you, Jamie. Kudos to you, my friend. Kiwi says, I slept. Fair play, Kiwi. It's allowed. It is allowed. And Jamie says, my cat Willie was dancing wilds, lol. Jamie has started. They're coming thick and fast now. Jamie just can't help themselves. kudos, my Jedi friends, kudos. So I have just noticed, doesn't time fly when you're having fun, my Jedi friends? So I'm probably going to cap this round about the hour mark, or at least that's the intention. So if any of you have any questions or things that you want to add or ask or say before we sign off, if you do that in the next couple of minutes, otherwise I will be looking to sign this off and hopefully leave you with this energizing to continue to manifest for you. So there you have it. You've been shown how to energize. Just stay in that energy, slow down your breathing, stay connected above and below. And there you have it, my Jedi friends. That is how it's done. So let's have a look. Kiwi, I have my dog with me. Excellent. Well, I've got my cat. I've got a Jedi cat in the background there. I've got Indian commandos. So is this energy work a form of meditation? Not really, Indian commando. Energy work is a state of being. It's a set of techniques that can help you to feel better, can help you to help other people, and it can help you to help yourself. It's very difficult to explain the full concepts of energy work in a very short pitch, but yes, it's a set of tools that help you to feel better and to deal with difficult situations in your life. And also to potentially help people that aren't so well. There you go. There's a few applications of energy work. Linzarella, have a lovely evening. Thank you, Linzarella. And you too, my Jedi friend. I hope it's a good one. I guess you're there with your dogs as well, giving them a bit of energy. Jamie, Hassan, I've been creating a bank account since I was 4. Look at Jamie, absolutely minting it in. Kiwi says, I remember my cat. There is a little troublemaker, but he is not here anymore. Well, energetically, Kiwi, your cat will always be with you. You've been energized by your cat. They're always with us. Even when they pass, they leave an energetic trail, which can touch us at any time that we can tie into, we can tap into. That's my reality anyway. And Jamie says, my credit score is 1900. And Hassan says, lol, to Jamie. So if you want any loans or you need any investment, then Jamie is the person to speak to by the sound of it. I'm still waiting for my $1 million donation to the thread, Jamie. So make sure you keep your promise there. I'll be holding you that. I'll be holding you to that when it all comes to light. So Kiwi says, wow. And Hassan says, Jamie, what? 1900? It goes up to 1000. No credit score goes that high. Well, obviously, Jamie is an exception. Planet C64, saw your interview with Dr. Siegel. Excellent. Also saw you show up with a book signing dressed as a Martian. You've been digging into my archives, haven't you, Planet C64? Yes, they were blasts from my blast. And I will say one thing, John Gray, for anyone that doesn't know, is the guy that wrote Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. I dressed up as an alien and got me to sign the book and sign it to Ali N. And he took it in such good faith and left a comment on the video. His team were really good fun to be around. He's a really cool guy. And Bernie Siegel's one of the most unbelievable people I've ever had the privilege to interview. So you actually saw the creme de la creme there, Planet C64, from going through my archives. They are absolute gold, both of those. So, Jamie, I live in Sweden. Credit score are different in my country, says Jamie. And Linzarella says, I read that book when I split up with my first boyfriend. It's a great book. Yeah, he's a cool guy. He's got some very good insight. And Hassan says, Jamie, yeah, sure, buddy, but you know English slang. And Hassan says, what's Swedia? Well, Jamie is living in a place there are probably an island that Jamie's bought with all the money. Jamie's got his own island. Jamie, the entrepreneurial island maker, even Branson can't get in. He can't compete with Jamie with all of his create a new country. There you have it. So Jamie says, yeah, because our country speak English. Planet C64 has put a little smiley face. And Hassan has said, Jamie, where is it on the map? Well, it's probably somewhere like a Bond villain. He'd tell you, but he'd have to kill you, Hassan. You know, it's a secret. It's a top secret location somewhere in the Pacific. It doesn't register. There's no flights in there. You can only get there through flying to a nearby island and getting a speedboat. It's like the Bruce Lee place where they did the tournament. You have to get there, planes, trains, and automobiles. There you go. It keeps it interesting, keeps it interesting. Well, this has been a fun one, folks. I do appreciate all of you jumping in and keeping the vibe high and having a sense of fun on this thread. Oh, there's comments coming in that I can't keep up with. Let's have a look. So Jamie says, Swedia is not on English maps. It's on Ciada app. Ciada. I don't know what Ciada app is, but that is where you find it. So Indian Commando says, don't you think by mental health, like if you get used to high energy and some uncontrollable event happens, won't they make our mental health vulnerable to events? Well, the point being, Indian Commando, and I'm sort of recycling back on something I addressed earlier on this thread. Energy work doesn't make you impervious to negativity. Absolutely not at all. What it is a set of techniques that gives you the tools to change your energy, to make it more positive, should you wish to do so. It doesn't stop bad things happening to you. It doesn't stop your energy getting dragged down occasionally, and it doesn't stop you from being affected by stuff that happens in life. You know, if you've lost a loved one, or you've lost your job, or a relationship's just split up, or you've lost your house, or whatever it is. You lost everything on a bet, whatever it is that can drag you down. It's not going to stop that from happening to you. What energy is a set of techniques and awareness that allow you, that put you in control of your own energy and make you decide whether you want to feel bad or whether you'd rather feel better. And that is it. It's a set of techniques that show you the way out of the bad place. Whether you choose to use it or not, or you're motivated to use it or not, that's entirely up to you, and that's another conversation. So hopefully that explains it to you. Hassan says, Jamie, you should use quid currency. That's English currency. Jamie, no, because we use as Kia. I don't know, this is sounding like a mad conversation from some sort of mad game. And Hamza keeps calling him Jamsy, so I'm going to call you Jamsy. Jamsy, what's Ciada app? And Jamsy, Jamie says headache app is only in Swedia. You only get the headache app in Swedia. This is sounding like some sort of mad alien conversation, but I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm loving the out there nature of it. So I'm going to read it all just for fun. Hassan says, Jamsy, you're not even making sense anymore. At least be creative with your trolling. Jamie says, no trolling, little bro. Hassan says, Jamsy, which continent is Swedia on, bro? You're 13, mate. Kiwi's just put something in brackets. And Jamie says, and you prop trolling, call me Jamsy. Stop trying to call me Jam. Well, this is the level of conversation that we have landed on in this thread, my Jedi friends, which feels like this is probably a good segue to head off and wish you all a fantastic blood moon. Keep your energy high, keep your vibe high, my Jedi friends. You have control of it. You've got the techniques with that. So there you go, my Jedi friends. Keep your vibe high, use these techniques, and you will feel better. If you choose to, If you choose to use them, you will feel better. So there you go. And I am going to sign off to Hassan and Jamie going for it. Just a little update here. Let's see what's going on here. So, Jamie, my name is Jamie. Hassan says, Jam, I'm not. Jamie says, you are. Linzarella says, like the lift, folks. An Indian Commando. All right, mate. Good night. Well, thank you, Indian Commando. You get a little bit of sense at the end of the thread with all of this. But it has been a wild ride, my Jedi friends. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for getting so involved in the comments because YouTube loves the algorithm. So every comment helps me, which is why I'm always happy for people to write whatever nonsense you want in there or whatever serious stuff that you want in there, because YouTube doesn't really care. It only tracks how many comments I get and how many likes I get. So there you go. So it's all good for me. It's all a win. It is all a win, my Jedi friends. So on that note, I mean, they just keep coming in. Hassan and Jamie are absolutely going for it. So Hassan, you might be 7, 6, or even 8. Hassan, Jamie, where is Swedia? Planet C64. All the best, everyone. We got a sensible comment in amongst it. Planet C64. Fair play for you for jumping in there. An Indian Commando. Excellent concept of energy and maintenance of it. Thank you, Indian Commando. I'm glad it's helped. Just practical application of basic energy, which is what we're using here today, my Jedi friend. So Hassan, Jamie, 7, 6, 8, not 6, 7, 8. Jamie, close to India, but we not look Indian. And Ninjarella says, all the best, Planet C64. It was nice to have some sanity in the convo. Fair play to you, Linzarella and Planet C64, who says right. Well, we've had a bit of a mix. We've had a bit of balance here today, haven't we? We've had a little bit of out there and we've had a bit of energy. And some would argue that the energy is the out there part and that the other conversation is probably the same part. So this really is an interesting perspective, isn't it? We have like a duality going on here, which is the most out there. Is it the conversation between Hassan and Jamie, or is it the concepts of me talking about energy? Well, that is open to debate, my friends. It's open to debate. Maybe I'll stick it in a poll, see what people think. Fair play. Well, I do appreciate all of the comments, my Jedi friends. I really do. So, as I say, it all helps me. It's all very helpful for me and the algorithm. You getting involved in the chat like this. And so I've loved all of the little emojis, all the randomness, all of the mad new countries that I've discovered today, and the fact that we've got a 13-year-old multi-millionaire has joined us, but still hasn't put the donation through. So Jamie, I'm going to have to hold you to a higher account on the next one. My super rich friend living on an island in the middle of nowhere. But it's been good to have you and your insights on the thread. So to all of you, my Jedi friends, I will just take you through one last little reminder of how to stay in the vibe once I stop this thread. Stay grounded. For people new on, just imagine a ball of light at the center of the earth connecting with the base of your spine. Slow down your breathing and imagine a ball of light above you coming down through your head, and you're connected, you're energized. And there you have it. And just as I was about to say goodbye, I've got Batman has jumped on saying, I am Batman. There you go. So let's, Hassan has just established that Jamie is Indian. So there you go. There you go, Batman. Well, thank you for joining us, Batman. Unfortunately, it's time for me to sign off. Or it's there or thereabouts. I've been threatening to sign off for over 10 minutes now, almost 15 minutes. But the comments keep coming in thick and fast. This could actually be quite interesting. Maybe I'll give it another couple more minutes because let's have a look. Let me scroll back down. So when Batman came on, Jamie said, but we look like we from England. Hassan says, Jamie, what? Jamie says, yeah, I know, right? And Hassan says, Batman, at Batman, prove it. Well, we'd have to go out and look in the sky there, and it wouldn't be just a full moon, would it? We'd see the Batman logo. Maybe if we look hard enough or have possibly the right mushrooms, then the full moon could turn into the Batman symbol. Not that I'm advocating anyone take any sort of special mushrooms. They shouldn't be taken. But that could be an explanation for what would cause something like that. So Hassan says, Jamie, you not Indian. And Batman says, Hassan, meet me tonight in Gotham. It's getting spicy here. Just as I was logging off, just as I was saying goodbye and telling everyone I'm going, suddenly Batman joins the event and now it's just kicked off. Jamie says, I didn't say I was Indian. And Hassan says, Batman, where is Gotham? It's just taken us a real turn. So thank you, Batman, for landing that, for spicing things up between Hassan and Jamie. It was getting very interesting there. But I am going to sign off now, my Jedi friends, because I think I've rambled for long enough now. And I think you've got enough energy for one evening. So thank you for joining me. This is definitely me going to be over and out now, and I encourage you all to stay energized for the rest of the week. For the rest of the week, my Jedi friends, so that you can raise your energy and keep your vibe high. Keep your vibe high, because that's what it's all about. And to anybody that might be watching this on the catch up, if you make it to this point, just please let me know. Is there anyone lunatic enough that would have watched it all the way through this non-live to get to this point? And I'll give you... I'll send you a special energy vibes if that is you. So, my Jedi friends, enjoy your week, stay energized, and have fun.